My name's Jo and I work at Human Results. We've got a HR portal called Iguana HR, and I just want to show you a few points of the portal. As you can see, this is the home screen, and you will get requests on the home screen depending on what responsibilities you've got at your company, and you will be able to approve or reject certain requests. You can look straight here and see them, and you can go to here to approve or reject, or you can actually click into them and actually see the task, and then you can either approve with comments, reject, or forward it to somebody else if you feel that somebody else needs to deal with that request. This will happen for sickness, holidays, training, probationary periods. And as a manager, that's what you'll see on your home screen. Employees will just have their own tasks on there. So if they've been sent a training request, they will see what they need to do on that one. On the right hand side, you've got company news, which is good for new starters. You can add in when somebody's leaving, any parties, newsletters, and all employees will see that as soon as it's published. Right, I'm just going to go into one of the employee files now to show you exactly what you see. Right, as an employee, you will have this screen where it tells you exactly your personal details, your location, your job title, who your manager is. The next tab is your job history. So again, if you get promotions, they all go into here. And it will also tell you if you've left and the reason why you can put in. And any comments here, you can add them in. But you've got to remember that the employee will be able to see whatever you put in there. So if it's any comments, this is an employee dashboard. Then the second tab is your personal information. So again, you've got your home address, national insurance. Just have a look down here. You've got your personal contacts and your emergency contacts. An employer, can see who they could contact if they need to, and also your line manager would be able to see that. The next tab is employment and compensation. So in here you would have your salary, your start date. As you can see here, I've gone from full-time to part-time, so that would change with the salary, and also the termination of when that person left and the reason why. The next tab is absences, and we just use the Bradford factor at the moment just really for a HR tool, and you can go in and see what sicknesses that person's had. And that is also, as soon as the employee puts the dates in that they've been off sick, or the employer, they will then be sent, as you see here, there's tasks on each one. There will be sent a self-cert certificate that they have to fill out. That will then go back to either HR or the line manager for them to finalise that task. Doesn't stop really the work, return to work interviews. It's just a good tool that you can pull off a report and see exactly how many times a certain person has been off sick. The next tab is leave. And again, in here will be the holidays that person has got for the year, and that here is where they request their leave. You can add to this as much as you want. Just put holiday in there, and then you send for approval. That will then go to the line manager to approve. As you can see, it's come up here because obviously I've got it open as myself. We've also got probation and risk assessment. Again, you can add in exactly any type of probation you want. We've now started to do the COVID just so we can keep an eye on who's had injections, who hasn't, if they want to give that information. So we've done the COVID-1 injection, COVID-2, and also the booster, and that gets put in here, and you can print it off in Excel to see what that person's had done. But here's like just the probation ones, the 3 and 6 months. And it's just a tool really. It will send you a reminder if it hasn't been done. Until you complete it, it will keep sending you reminders that it hasn't been completed. Employee benefits in here is really what it is. You can add in pension, car, anything that they've got, and then you can have a quick look to see exactly what that person's got. The next tab is equipment. And again, this is good to see what you've issued that person. And then if they do leave, you can have a look, request it back, and you can add in the date it's been returned. And again, that list can go on for as long as you want. We've also got a training button, which you can assign employees to a training. And you'll see here that they've then got them here to do. Or they can request training down here, depending on what sort of training it is. They can request a training that's outside of the company and let you know what cost it is, and then you can decide whether you wish them to go on it. It's just one that we've just put in for an example, that's just an health and safety basics once a year, so that will remind her every year that she needs to do that self-learning. Right, the next one is ID and certificates. And again, you can add in anything you want here. This list can change as much as you want, and you can also put the file in, so you've got that on the system. And the last tab the employee will see is the vetting for the DBSs. But depending on how long it is, some people will do it every 3 years, 2 years. As long as you put the date in for the reminder, it will remind that person that they have to do that DBS every year, 2 years, etc. And that is everything that the employees will see. As a HR person or a manager, you will be able to get reports as well. So you'll be able to run off reports for people's absences, whether it's sickness, holiday, toil, it will all be in there. And you can just run that report from here into an Excel document. You've got a diversity one that a lot of charities use that just so they can show the board. And also there is a scheduler, so you can quickly see who's off. Depending on what rights you've got, you will be able to see the reason why that person's off, whether it's sickness or holiday, but you won't be able to see why they're actually off. You'll just see sick. You will not be able to see what the reason for them being off sick, but everybody can see this, and you can do it by department or by the whole of the company. And it's just a good way of seeing somebody's face if you want to go and see them and you're not sure who they are. And really that is Iguana HR in a nutshell.